Deer gun season opens tomorrow at noon. The Game and Fish Department says, however, that our deer population has taken a hit.
As a result, there's also a drop in another number. Emmeline Ivy is here to explain. Emmeline?
Yeah, Alan, Monica, normally we get viewer calls when people hit deer with their cars. But recently we've gotten calls asking where all the deer are because people haven't been hitting them with their cars. So I made a trip down to Game and Fish to find out exactly why. Beth Greff setting a common scene here in Bismarck.
I was driving home. It was about mid-evening.
That's when she says the fog rolled in.
Very hard to see, and out jumped a deer from my right side.
Deer collisions have grown to be commonplace in the upper Great Plains. Even the experts have had their run-ins.
I hit one east of Bismarck probably 10, 15 years ago, and then I hit one south of Bismarck one time.
But Bill Hawes says the deer are dwindling. The shrinking numbers are also reflected on North Dakota Department of Transportation reports. The number of vehicular deer crashes has been trending down since 2020.
I think people are probably hitting less deer on the roadways because there's less deer in the landscape.
Experts say it comes down to three things: habitat, weather, and disease.
10 years ago, we used to have a significantly high number of deer. The habitat started to diminish, so their population started to come down. Then 3 years ago, we had an EHD, which is a disease outbreak that kills white-tailed deer. And then we had that again 2 years ago, and then the severe winter. So all of these adding up on each other. And then a drought in 2020, which has a big impact as well.
Hawes says last winter, the storms alone cut the population down by about 50%. That might not be the best news for deer hunters before the opener, but might just be the best thing you've heard if you're constantly faced with them on your commute. Hawes says the best things you can do to help bolster the deer population, if you're a hunter or not, are plant trees on your open land to provide shelter, call Game and Fish about possibly offering your land to conservation, and hope for a milder winter.
All right, thanks, Emmeline.